PR Connections Radio presents. This podcast is brought to you by NVisionU. NVisionU has discovered how to impact spirit, body, and soul with spray technology in just 30 seconds. With NVisionU, you can achieve optimal health and start living the life you have always dreamed of. Use the promo code NVisionU.com/VernDix to take control of your health naturally.
Hello, and my name is Penny Tyndall, and I am the local Summerlin publisher of Desert Foothills Living. I will be hosting this podcast called The Professionals on the first and third Wednesday of every month. Join me as I interview local business owners, community leaders, and nonprofits and hear their story on how they thrive in Las Vegas, what's up in Las Vegas, and just some friendly conversation. So join me on the podcast, The Professionals. Penny Tyndall, thanks again. Have a great day. Hello. I have a guest in the house, David Kelly. My name is Penny Tyndall, and I am the hostess for The Professionals, and we meet again on the first and third Wednesday. So I want to introduce David Kelly. He is an outstanding human. He is very business savvy, and he is big in community and community outreach. That's how we connected through Best Version Media. And right now we are going to talk on the podcast about the best of Henderson. This is super exciting, hot off the presses, people. So please take a seat and listen in. So go ahead, David, give them a little bit info about yourself.
Myself. So my name is David Kelly. I am the publisher of Inspirata Living magazine with BVM. So I am a partner with Penny and as well as 2 or 3 other magazines that we have in the Las Vegas area. My background includes marketing and event planning. And today, I think we're probably going to talk about some of my event planning opportunities, one being the Best of Henderson.
Yes, the Best of Henderson. I mean, we all know about, the Best of Las Vegas. There's a few awards, but generally those are just people just calling through a call center to get those people on the list. Usually you have to have people working for you to get you on that list. And a lot of times the small businesses don't even have the opportunity. So talk about how you made it really spotlight local businesses and really the best of the best here in Henderson.
Yeah, we did everything just like we do with the magazine. We're very ultra community focused. And so we did the same thing when it came to the award ceremony. We allowed the residents of Henderson to do the nominations, to do the voting. No financial there's no financial benefits to our partners or those that are finalists or those that are nominated. It is only focused on the residentials in Henderson, the residents in Henderson voting on those particular businesses. So we don't allow anyone to pay extra to maybe get a little bit higher in the voting. It is all done 100% by the voting of the residents of Henderson.
Yes, and I was super excited about this concept. And to be honest, as a business owner, I didn't know how the Best of Las Vegas was until I actually talked to you about it and a few other businesses when I had told them about your new project of the Best of Henderson. And they're like, am I even going to get that opportunity, Penny? And I'm like, well, let me check with David. So I think that this is great news. We all see the same people on the billboards. They're all the best of the best, and you're never going to meet that person. So how can they be really, the the best
Right.
when people haven't really interacted with them. But I love this. And now my understanding is that you have been taking on the votes for a while. When did you start taking on the votes? And have we got to our final businesses?
So yeah, we had over 275 businesses that were nominated. The nomination started by the community in mid-March. And from mid-March to mid-April, we had the nominations of the residents. By the residents for the businesses. And then after mid-March, we started voting. We took everyone that was a viable category business, obviously making sure that they're actually in that category and all that stuff. They're still open. They're in Henderson, some of that basic stuff. And we put, we put them all on a voting sheet and gave them a QR code and put it on our websites and our social medias, and we allowed them to vote. And about 4,000 votes later, we have now come to our top three, which our voting stopped at the end of May for our top three votes. So now our top three finalists will be announced next week via video presentations from the presenters that will be at the Best of Henderson Awards ceremony that we'll have on October 23rd.
Well, okay, so curious, I know you had different categories. Can you give us some of the categories, like how many categories did you have? And maybe some of the categories that maybe you had the most competition? I mean, we have 30 minutes, so tell me more about the categories.
So, we only had 47 categories. We wanted to start off small. We didn't want to, go overboard, but every year we'll probably add 10 to 15 more categories. We absolutely got a lot of response from residents and businesses that, wanted to add certain categories that we didn't have. And obviously they wanted them. So there's some categories that we will absolutely add. And every year we'll continue to add more, to signify what the needs are, the desires are for the residents. But a lot of the categories do fall in that the restaurant. So we do have the best date night, dinner spot, fine dining, lunch spot, outdoor dining, happy hour, stuff like that for our food. But we also have best dentist, best pet hospital, best air duct cleaning, best HVAC, so we also have services as well. And then beauties, like best salon, best barbershop, best gym, things like that. So like I said, we kind of tried to take the most, the highest category desires for at least our first year. And we know that we didn't get every category that we wanted. But we do know that, we wanted to start off relatively small and then kind of branch out. We'd rather, be small and grow as opposed to implode because we've gotten too big before we can get there. So those are the categories. There's only one finalist that actually has 9 nominations. Everyone else is about 2. I think we have one that has 3 as well, but that one is they were very dominant in the Henderson market, and we understand and know that because we're in Henderson. So it was a slight shock because 9 is a lot. But they did. I knew that they would be represented in this Best of Henderson, and I'm happy that they are, because they are a big part of the Henderson area. And obviously, like I said, we'll have those all announced next week on our social media.
Okay, so I know we can't ask who that is, but can we at least get the categories so we can kind of get our mind stirring, so we can kind of get an idea of, did we even know? So can we get the category?
Yeah, it's in the food categories. You know, they
Oh,
won a lot of the food categories, and I believe they also are their top three for best business in Henderson as well, I believe. So we have the top three for our categories, and then we have our top five for our best of Henderson and best new business in Henderson. So they were, like I said, very well represented, and I would be shocked if they didn't walk away with 5 or 6 of these,
that's what I was just going to ask. Do they only can win one, or they can win multiple categories? That's exciting.
Think of Oscars. Yeah, think of the Oscars. We will have, like, after, so when we're doing the award ceremony, this will all be live streaming. So the people that will be there will be the finalists, but the fans and residents can still watch what's going on real time on the live streaming components that we'll have for them. We'll have backstage interviews for them. We'll have opportunities for the community to get to know the winners as well. But like I said, think of Oscars, or when you're looking at any type of award red carpet event, that's the direction of the Best of Henderson.
Well, I love that. I did ask you where the venue was, and why don't you talk about the venue? Because I was thinking, more casual, business casual. But again, you just mentioned it's going to be a red carpet event.
It is. It is. Like I said, we're really going for Grammy, Oscars type look. So it is red carpet. We will ask everyone to dress appropriately. We do have different things that they can do. We'll have food for them, pass-throughs and some drinks for them from that 5 to 6 pre-award ceremony. So we'll have a step and repeat for them. We'll also have some interviews going on at that time as well. So if those businesses get there early, they can get some interviews beforehand, before that 6 o'clock start time. And then, so we will be doing it in the heart of Henderson. We're going to be at Water Street Amphitheater. And that is going to be where we will probably be for the next year or two, just because we definitely want to help in the development of the Water Street District. We think that is very important, that our city and the people that have the ability to help and do things in our city of Henderson, we think it's a good investment for us to be able to put our money, our events, and our projects in downtown Henderson.
That's right. You are Best of Henderson, so you need to be in Henderson. You need to support the Henderson businesses. You need to be there. And you had talked about your partners. And so why don't you do a couple shout outs? Because I think the first person you got was Councilwoman, right? From
yes.
Inspirata, right?
So So our first, Dr. Monica Larson is our councilwoman for Inspirata. We just did a article on her for our magazine a few months ago. So during that time, I've been able to get a little bit closer to her. With our magazine, we really don't deal with politics and politicians because that's just not what we do in our magazine, and neither do we don't do that in Best of Henderson either, but she is someone that represents our area, so I thought it would be good to get to know her a little bit better, and from that relationship she's been able to open up other relationships that are around influential people in the city of Henderson. So currently, for our press, our presentations, because we'll have the awards, and then we'll have these presenters that will come out, like I said, much like think Oscars, think ESPYs, think anything like that. Our biggest our biggest thing that I was excited about was a long time Henderson resident and Channel 13 news anchor, Trisha King. She will be our host for our event. So that was a really big deal for us. She is very big in, as we know, in our Las Vegas market. She's been in it for over 20-30 years, and she's very well respected. So we were very happy to be able to bring her in. But we'll also have other, big time hitters, I guess, or influencers in Henderson, such as Mayor Michelle Romero, Councilman Jim Seebach. He's in Ward 1, which is actually where we're doing the event. We'll be doing a special award for Judge Rodney Burr. He has been a Henderson Municipal Chief Judge in Department 3 for, 30, 40 years. He's been in, he's the longest running judge in Henderson right now. So he will be doing the Burr Award, which will go to the best attorney in our Best of Henderson Award. So he has his own special award. Commissioner Jim Gibson, obviously Clark County Commissioner. He also was the mayor in Henderson, a few years ago. So he did help with the development of how Henderson is now. Abigail Bachman, she's 2025 Miss Henderson. She's also the state director for Miss Amazing, which is a charity organization that she runs. And she's, I believe next month, she's going to see if she can take that Miss Nevada title. And if so, then she will obviously go to the Miss America. So we're rooting for her. Paula Lawrence, she's the director of development of Boys Town, Nevada. She just got that job not too long ago. A very close friend of ours, and beautiful person, just inside and out. We're going to probably do some sort of charity raffle or something like that we can bring some money to our community and to our charities as well. And then we have a couple of local influencers. So Jonathan Toos, I believe is his name, call him JT. JT takes a bike. He has about 550 followers on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. And then Lindsay Stewart is our final one that we'll have. She's the Las Vegas foodie. She has 1.5 million followers, but someone that is that will help us be able to really give credibility to the best of when it comes to the food portion of it. I think that's about everybody.
Yeah.
I hope everybody. I think that's it. Oh,
well,
and
we're going to have a few minutes. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and my I can't believe I forgot him. Our presenting sponsor is Jason Short from Desert King Windows. They have been amazing for us. They've made sure that we've had everything we want. He comes to our meetings every so often to see how we're putting things together. He's just very intrigued about what we're trying to do. He has a strong belief of doing great customer service and focusing on what the customers want. So our desires align very well. So that's why they became a very good partner with us. And, to be honest, when you have such a good partner, you really don't want to mess it up by bringing anybody else in. We may take on one more sponsor, but, like I said, Desert King Windows have done such a great job for us, and they've worked with us, and they've followed our vision and kind of let us, run free with that vision. And allow us to use their money to do it. So we're thankful of them. And then, of course, my partners that I have in the Best of Henderson, our committee chair, we have I'm going to kill their last names, Misty Armstrong and Eve. Oh gosh, Corvonda. Oh, how did you say Eve's last name? Please, Eve, I'm so sorry if you see this. I apologize. I killed your name.
She's the queen of Lake Las Vegas. So, Gigi over there. Yeah.
And she is the publisher of Lake Las Vegas Living. And, I'd rarely call her Eve. We've been so close in this last year. We have our own little nicknames for each other. So I have to think about what their real names are when I'm talking about them. But those two girls there, they're in the trenches with me, putting this together. It is, it's a monumental, event, for us to be able to put together. And, we've been working on this for the last 4 or 5 months. It's just now coming out today. And, tomorrow will be our first press release. And then we'll be doing some events over at Chicken and Pickle at the end of the month, and some other places, doing a scavenger hunt with our community, as well as doing a speakeasy event. So there's going to be some things that other people can come to that are not finalists, so they can come and meet the finalists if they want to. But the award ceremony, that is going to be only for the finalists. And like I said, we will record and video live stream that while we're doing it, so they won't miss anything.
Well, that's exciting, because I did like pencil myself in there for media press so I could get into the red carpet, and then hopefully lose 10, 15 pounds so I could fit into something I already have. But I'm super excited. So
you're absolutely welcome. Absolutely welcome to come, Penny.
Perfect. Thank you. This is super exciting. And the more I hear about it, the more amazing it is, how many things that you put together. And like you said, you really connected the community. You connected with influencers. You made a fair forum, and you already have a plan to have this, for the years to come. So it's just a really exciting event. For folks out there, though, I know that you are going to be doing silent auctions. You're going to have raffle prizes, and stuff like that. So if there are local businesses in the city of Las Vegas and Henderson, is that okay? Because most businesses will service the Henderson, a lot of the small businesses. Are you still taking on, gift certificates, stuff like that, that you can use in your silent auction? How can other businesses that missed the boat, or maybe they're not a Henderson business, but want to participate in this incredible thing, what can they do for you now that you've locked a lot of stuff in?
Yeah, and unfortunately, the people that we really kept this really close to our vest, because we were unsure exactly how this was going to turn out. And we've been amazingly blessed by all the different support that we've gotten in from the city of Henderson, and from the influencers and the powers of Henderson. So for us, we're really not looking for too much more. We can always use things that we can put into our gift bags. We can always use things that we can use for our silent auctions. Those things we can, we will never turn those things away, because we can utilize those for benefits for our charity partners. So we absolutely welcome that. If you guys if there's any interest in anything like that, you can always send us an email or reach out to us online at our website at bestofhenderson.org, and someone will get back to you, and we'll absolutely be happy to take any donations, anything that we can possibly use and utilize. It doesn't matter if you live in Henderson, as long as you service Henderson. That we're okay with that. When it comes to the voting and nominations, we do look for those businesses that do have an address in Henderson, though.
Okay, that's good to know. That's definitely good to know. Sometimes they have multiple locations. Some of the bigger places, I know, chiropractics, physical therapists, they usually have a few school, karate schools. I've noticed that there's a few of them that have them throughout the city. So those are still okay for the next draw, as they say.
They are. Yeah. And we'll be, this goes off in October, November, December, January. We'll get started again with the voting and, nominations and all that good stuff, probably closer to the end of the year, beginning of next year. We have one other event that we're looking to do for 2026 that we haven't displayed or let anybody know of yet. But so we have a few things that we're looking to do that we can tie our communities together, and our businesses, since our economy is so kind of back and forth right now. Just being able to have that community support when you're a small business or a mid-sized business, it really helps. So our goal is to make sure that we bridge those gaps and bring those communities and businesses together.
Well, the great thing is you have a couple other events coming. So if somebody want to reach out to maybe participate in the Chicken and Pickle and your scavenger hunt, you are still looking for businesses to partner with. Maybe they're not allowed to be, at this time, but they could be in the minds for next time. And Absolutely. It is what you say, a community event. And it's super excited. So again, we are coming close to the end of our time. I know that you have worked with key people, and I know that you're a fair and honest guy. So I'm very excited to have the Best of Henderson available for our business owners and support local businesses. So the last time, just in case, if there is a business out there, you might take another sponsor if they have something going on. If they really want to do something for you and be a key sponsor, there may be opportunities. So I would say for any business out there, go ahead and tell them how they can do the shout out in your website, and that way you can connect them. And if it's not for this event, maybe it's for the upcoming events that you have, so they can start participating and maybe dip their toe in for next year. So go ahead and do that one more time.
Yeah, for us, we're looking for partners. We just want them to be kind of equally yoked, have the same mindset that we have, understand the direction that we have for the city of Henderson and what the award ceremony represents. We want to represent fairness and honesty, and giving everybody, the small person, the small business, the same level playing field of some of the bigger businesses. Doesn't matter about how much you spend or how much you make, or what an ad spend is. Those things don't qualify for anything above and beyond. If one of my clients decides they want to advertise in our magazine, has no bearing on the award ceremony. As a matter of fact, some of my people that are in my magazine didn't make the top 3, and that's because that has no bearing on it whatsoever. And I always tell people, your advertising, your sponsorship, it has no bearing. So when it comes to sponsors, the sponsor can't be represented in the award ceremony. Desert King Windows was actually one of our best of for windows, and when they became a sponsor, they had to drop out. It doesn't seem fair. It's not fair for someone to be a sponsor and still win a prize. It just doesn't feel right to me. So sponsors have to understand that they will not be able to win an award if they're a sponsor. Even if they're nominated. They don't have the ability to win an award, because it just takes away from what we're trying to do. Even though if we're not doing anything different or seedy, it just doesn't look good. So it would have to be a partner that does not have any nominations with the Best of Henderson. And somebody that has the same mindset, so if there is somebody like that, then please reach out to us online. Like I said, bestofhenderson.org, and somebody will get to you within 24 hours.
Okay, it's super excited. So you can reach out to David and his team. It sounds like a fantastic event. I'm excited about a red carpet event outside in Henderson in the amphitheater, and meeting some fabulous people and obviously some fabulous businesses. So thank you so much, David, for coming on. Always a pleasure. Always love to see how you build your local community. And even though I'm in Summerlin, I love Henderson. So thank you, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. You're welcome. And we will talk soon. So next time you'll see me is on the first and third Wednesday of the month. Might have to skip one. And we might go to a 1 month thing just because of the summer. But always a pleasure. And again, thank you and have a good day. Penny
Thank
Tyndall.
you. Too.
Bye-bye. Okay, well, she did cut us off. So, David, she must not be. So
PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.